Hello there, everybody. It's HeroicLegend here. We're back with the Sanctuary run. Unfortunately, we're still grinding because I want big sword. Hiya. Oh yeah, wait. Hey, I think my wisdom's finally there. Well, we'll see once we get to the grind spot. New sword, by the way. Are you? If you saw the previous video, I've basically talked your ears off about my anime preferences and why I don't like a particular one. And if you saw that, appreciate. If you didn't like that, appreciate for watching. Ow. Ow. Much better. Yeah, no, I don't gotta deal with you guys. You. And for just in case of shenanigans afoot, always rest, even if you think you can handle it, because all it takes is one mistake and you lose a lot of salt. Oh no! Let's see how much 40 wisdom does now that we're at basically getting close to the soft cap. I did 103 last time. An extra 5 damage. Gee golly! Oh goodness. Oh, maybe if something's weak to it, I can do more damage. That'd be cool. I don't have to just get enough to change my weapon. I'm real sorry, guys. It's another Yap episode. I'm trying this out. I'm doing this as a kind of a little test here, because grinding is one of the very few things you can like do mindlessly and just yap. But I don't know, I want to keep talking about, like, well, instead of a downer yap, though, like, talking about what I dislike, I'm going to talk about what I like. Yes, it's going to be anime related, so if you just tune into this to see where I go with the Salt and Sank, I appreciate the click. You can go find another video. I'm sorry. Thanks for stopping by. Let's switch back to my actual, apparently good sword, because apparently the Corsairs is the better one here. But anyway. So I talked a lot about anime that I dislike, well, specifically one anime that I dislike and why I dislike it so heavily. I'm going to talk about one that I like a lot, and it's probably one that you all like too. Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, funny enough, I watched Fullmetal when it first aired, before Brotherhood. So, yeah, I got the jank version first. Which is funny because my brother and I stopped watching because of the unfortunate passing of a certain character that we were definitely not prepared for. And I'm sorry, no spoilers. No spoiler warnings. Fullmetal Alchemist is fantastic. I recommend anyone who's getting into anime to watch it. I recommend anyone who likes anime to watch it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you've watched it, watch it again. It's worth rewatching. It's a great show. It's a great series. But why do I love Fullmetal? Despite the fact that Fullmetal could be, oh my goodness, with some of it, the stuff they tackle. Like, and damn, you know? But the reason I love Fullmetal, aside from the journey and the storytelling, is how just fun it is. You know? It's a fun show. A lot of the jokes tend to be hit. A lot of the humor lands and it comes at the right time. A lot of the drama doesn't feel forced. You know, And there's just so many quotable moments, happy moments. And from the voice acting to the animation, to some of the lessons it teaches too, it's great. It's great. I love it. You know. And on top of that, the characters are just so memorable. Like, I'm pretty sure I could, like, try to mention a character and not tell you the name, and you would instantly know who I was talking about. You know. A Full Metal, man, like, again, the world is fun, it's vibrant, you could see yourself, like, living in it, you could see yourself being a part of it. It tackles some extremely hard, you know, not just hard topics, but harsh ones as well, you know. And it does so in a way that doesn't, again, it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it was written as part of the world first, and if it was teaching a lesson, the lesson was to come with the show, not like as an afterthought or was the full intent, you know. And again, the characters, from the smallest, most niche character to the main stars, everyone in that show, you are like, you want to know about them. When you learn about them, when you discover about them, it's just, it's great, man. Like, it's just fantastic, you know. And the best part about Full Metal Alchemist for me is always the relationship that they show between the brothers. And I say this because, as a brother myself, whenever I see animated siblings, it can be very cringeworthy. I feel like people who write siblings just sometimes genuinely don't get it. And I know it's a standard sibling affair for anyone, you know, who has a brother, a sister, or even people they consider siblings. But again, for me, a lot of the time, especially in sitcoms and such, and some anime, the brother or the sister is just a presence. They're there. And then they come out and they do stereotypical token sibling thing, and then they're gone. And they come back for another episode and do stereotypical sibling things, and they're gone. Or they come in at a very pivotal moment and they save the day, but then they get hurt, and then they're gone. And it's just like, you know. Now, again, I'm not, you know, I'm not a saintly older brother here. I was a mean older brother for a bit of time. I was a mean little brother for a period of time. You know, I'm a middle child. It came with the territory. I felt like my goal in life was to be annoying, and gosh dang it, I was good at it. But I look at our relationship nowadays, and I'm like, but that was a sibling relationship, you know? Because despite the times where I was mean, I held a very, very strong desire to protect and defend my sisters. Hell, I even felt the desire to protect my brother, and I was the little brother. You know? Imagine that. Imagine being younger and wanting to try to keep your big brother safe. That's why I like Full Metal Alchemist. It's one of the big reasons why I like it. They got siblings right. The Elric brothers feel like brothers. They feel like a pair of people who are not just related by blood and bound by circumstances, but bound by an unseen bond of brotherhood. I absolutely love it. I love their relationship with siblings. I love how Edward tries so hard to get back Al's body. I love how Alphonse does his best to keep his brother in line and keep him safe as best he can. I love that he tries talking reason to him. And I love that they have sibling disputes as they do. You gotta drink your milk. I don't want to. It tastes bad. You gotta keep your strength up. You gotta grow taller and build strong bones. And again, the arguments they have, it's real sibling arguments. I've yelled at my brother before. I'll sometimes wake up in the morning and ask, did you have breakfast? He'll go, no. I'm like, why didn't you eat? I get mad at him. I snap at him for it. You know? My little sisters, oh my goodness, they have, like, they've come to my defense. I've had moments where I get very upset and someone said something that's, like, really deeply hurt me, and the first thing they do is, who are they? I'm gonna bury them alive. You know? And again, I'm the big brother. Not only am I the big brother, I'm bigger than both of them. I'm slightly stronger too. I say slightly because I don't know how strong my sisters are, truth be told. They could be much stronger, and I would not know. Ooh, well, there's my shimmering pearl, so I don't feel bad for you. You know? But I'm gonna bring up a story, something that's happened to me recently, because well, not recently, but like this year. This was a very big thing for me, so I do ask for respect on it. I ride the bus very frequently. I ride the bus pretty much every day for what I do. I'm not gonna mention what I do, so I'm, like I said, I'm a big guy. On top of that, I have a very scraggly beard. I like wearing hoods. Right? I like wearing hoods. I like wearing hoodies. I like wearing baggy clothes and sweatpants. So I look somewhat delinquent-esque. Right? I could be seen as someone, if picked out randomly, I could be seen as someone who, you know, oh yeah, that guy did it. And again, when I was younger, I was profiled for how I looked. You know, a guy thought I was taking something because I had my hoodie up, and it looked like a student. I just looked like a punk. So, and no, I'm not excusing that man's actions. That dude was a douche, a dick. I hope you're balding. I can be spiteful. I can be wholesome and spiteful. My unique talent. But basically, whenever I'm on the bus, I like to sit in the two-seater if there's no single-seaters. I'll try to switch to the single-seater because I'm not a fan of taking up two spots. But if I'm sitting in the double-seater, I'm sitting at the edge. I don't want to have to sit, you know, to have to be kind of boxed in by someone. So, yeah, I'm a bit of a douche for that, I will admit. However, this particular day, both my spots that I normally sit in were taken up. So, I sat in the two-seater. I was like, it's whatever. If someone... But here's the thing, too. Even though I have my headphones in, even though I look the way I look, I'm very soft-spoken. I'm very quiet. You know? If I look at someone, I'm looking at them like... Be like, yeah? It's the mouse thing. I'm more scared of them than they are of me. Right? And again, for the most part, when Gamer's being a douchebag right now. He's interrupting the story time because he's being a douche. That's harsh. I'm just annoyed because he comes in here for something else, but when I ask him for help, he's just like, nah, it can wait till after. I go, okay. So my thing can wait till after, but you coming in here to get something, no, that's fine. Douche. Anyway, what ended up happening was someone had gotten on the bus, and apparently they'd heard from some older women that someone had taken their picture. Now, they didn't know who, but they just thought. So, the person comes up to me, and they tap my shoulder. Now me, being polite, I thought they just wanted the seat. So I stood up, and I gestured for them to go sit in. They didn't want that. So I went, oh, okay. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe they just wanna, sit down, and their stop's coming up faster than mine. So here, I'll let them get the outside seat. I'll just sit right back once they're gone. So I scooched in. They sat down next to me, and then they tapped my shoulder again, which is kind of a big no-no for me, because whenever I have my music in and I'm traveling, I don't like being touched. I don't want to be touched. I don't like it. I don't like being touched by someone I don't know. It bothers. And... Ow. Oh! Live. That's that level up privilege. Didn't ever think they'd both get the crash into me like that, but I was close. Honestly, going after these guys with all my Ray of Searing is a little bit rough. Especially when they have the buff of, we took you down. Anyway. When the person tapped my shoulder, they asked me in a very quiet voice, "Did you take a picture of me? If you did, it's fine. Just delete it." And I was like, "What?" Just very confused, "What?" And they said, "It's fine." And they kept saying it as if, I'd done the act. Now, I'm not great when people accuse me of things because I think too much. And obviously I didn't do the thing. But even though I didn't do the thing, I don't like being accused of such. I've been accused of things that I haven't done before. It never feels good. It makes me very upset too because I know why I was accused. But, so, they asked again, and I'm like, "I didn't take your picture." But they didn't believe me. So they requested that they see my phone. So they see my pictures. So I go into my phone, I open up my pictures, I show them, and then I remembered, oh, wait a minute. My phone's protector, my phone protector, my phone case, has a slide for my camera, which I always leave closed. And when I showed the person this, that's when they realized they had the wrong person. I did not get an apology. They thanked me for showing me and telling me, and for me telling them, but I didn't get an apology. So, at that point, I went into turtle mode, where I pulled my hood up, I put my music louder, and I just kind of wanted to block out the world. But unfortunately, I could not block out my emotions. And I got increasingly upset the longer the bus ride went on. And I was on there for a bit. And the person sat next to me until they got off on their stop, which thankfully was not as long as mine, but was still pretty decently into the ride. So, I got incredibly upset. I'm a very sensitive person. And the whole ordeal left me in such a state of, I guess, a little bit shocked, because I was not expecting to be accused of being a creep today, that day. But yeah, it wasn't today, trust me. If it was today, I would not be talking about it, because wolf. But yeah. So, yeah, when I got off at my stop, I called my dad. And I spent some time talking to him. I was upset. I was very upset. He helped me calm down. He helped me relax. But what I didn't expect was the reaction from the rest of my family. So again, I've been described by my family as a gentle giant by my mother, a teddy bear of a man, just a big old softy bear as described by my father. But what my dad said stuck with me. And it's that no one's going to be more angry about this, what happened to you, than your family. You're not even going to be as emotional as your family's going to be. And he was right. He was absolutely right. When I got home and I told my brother what happened, he almost wanted to go outside and find the person. He's like, oh, you didn't want to make a scene? I'm going to make a scene. I'm going to make it a problem. He got very aggressive and very hostile. That wasn't the funnier part, at least to me. The funnier part was he immediately went and called our mother. And when my mother found out what happened, she called me. And she's like, what happened, where did it happen, who, and oh, they went on a nice long talk, and they just, oof. That person probably sneezed a lot that day because they were getting roasted by my entire family. And that wasn't the end of it, too. I have one of my sisters. She is a sweetheart. She is very... I would describe her as bubbly, you know, very, very, you know, upbeat and cheery. When she found out what happened, oh, the text message I got from her. She was like... She ripped into them. They were all just trying to make sure I was okay. And what heroic? What was the point of this whole story? That's a sibling relationship. The way that my brother was so ready to almost throw hand with this person because of how much they upset me, that's a sibling relationship. That's how siblings are and how siblings act. You look out and keep and basically keep each other safe as best you can and take care of each other as best you can. And that's what the Elric brothers do. I feel I feel what they go through deeply because I've been in those shoes. There are times where I'm the one bearing fangs because of what others have done to my family. I don't know what I'd do, but I would absolutely do something. Because they're my family and I love them and I care about them. And again, the way that the Elric brothers care about each other so deeply, it speaks to me. It speaks to me on a deep level. And I love how they tell that story. I love how the story is just two brothers trying to survive with all they have left, which is each other. It's so good and it means the world to me. And don't think that it's just, you know, blood relationships. I love found family stories too. You give me a good found family story, oh, bliss. Just bliss. Especially when they don't do the stupid thing of, you know, found family and then they insert romance and make it weird. More Lord's Orders. I'm not going to have to worry about those for a while if this keeps up. But yeah. And just as setting aside, you know, the story of the Elric brothers, the world too feels like something that I could see. Like if I went exploring, I could find their world, you know. And aside from a compelling world, the rules of that story and that world are always consistent. Again, the law of equivalent exchange. And the formula to make up a person. Like, those things never changed. And on top of that, all the little bits of foreshadowing and story, and the unique storytelling of it too, you know. I would have never guessed that Vera Bradley was a homunculus. I would have never guessed that a homunculus could have a child like that. I would have never guessed that the dwarf in the flask was the whole cause of this. Or that this whole tale started so many years ago. You know? I would have never guessed that the really short old lady, Winry's grandma, had such a deep connection to not just the Elric brothers, but to Hohenheim too. And the nice little bit that they left for Hohenheim too at the end of the story. The fact that he passed away quietly and peacefully in front of his wife's grave, but with a smile on his face. After every other thing you've seen of him, he's always frowning. Oh, it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love it so much. You know? And again, when truth just like, you got it right, you know, it's peak. It's peak. It's peak and it's great and I love it. You know, I don't know how, if you're an anime fan, you could not like Full Metal Alchemist. Aside from, you know, personal thoughts and opinions on voice actors. Again, we separate the art from the artist here. Seriously, my guy? And that's the only problem with this spot. It's safe, but they have a lot of room to walk. But again, my main point that I try to get across, at least in comparison, and again, if you would like me to compare Devilman to something, well, it's trying to be a dark interpretation of telling about the world, you know, being destroyed or about to be destroyed due to the influence of demons. Shall I bring up Berserk, or does everyone just want to stay quiet? That's mean and aggressive. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you want a dark story about demons and their stranglehold on the world, how about you try Berserk out? It's still more hopeful than Devilman. Granted, if they keep on, you know, dicking me over when it comes to the dust and guts, my opinion may sour a little, but I still love it, and I still love the message. Struggle. Be a struggler. I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean it genuinely. Struggle against the unfortunate things that happen. Struggle against fate. Struggle. It's a message that I unironically use when I feel like someone could use a little bit of a motivational thing, you know. Be a struggler. Struggle against the nonsense that you're going through. Struggle against the hand that you're dealt. Don't let it be what controls you, what defines you. You define you. You will overcome. You'll walk through. You can do this. Alright, and with that, I have enough that I feel I can go back. Going right to the Red Hall. Yeah, we have to go to the Red Hall. Wait, that's not the Red Hall. Bandit paths. Be here. We are going to the Hall of Red Cages. Let's buy this. Oh, now you have them. Don't know why that happened. First we go to you, transmute. The Trinity Sword. Has more slash and less striking. Has scaling. I mean, the Shrouded Bulwark is just superior. I think. But then I've used it before, so let's try different things out. Thank you, man. Gotta hope that I can find more greatswords, though. I think I'm kind of screwed. Well, I think I have enough drown stuff as well. Once we're done upgrading it, we'll get out for a little spin. Yeah, don't worry. The next episodes of, well, Salt will probably be more related to trying to, you know, conquer areas. But now you see about the things that I do when I go grind and my brain idles. I actually might have enough to max it out, which would be friggin' fantastic for me. If I can do over 100 damage with this, then obviously I will. Yeah, no, we maxed it out. Holy crap. Alrighty. Ooh, it's fast, too. Level 100 in 2 episodes, huh? Nice. Alright, let's get upgrading then. We want to finish soft capping wisdom. Alright, and now we start moving on to, I think it's, we want to go for strength. We got any good strength points here? Here's one. There we go. Alright, so we're going to try out Ray of Searing, and then we're going to try out our sword. One shots. Awesome. 98. Ow. Ow again. Sir? Okay, I see how it is. You're a little coward boy. 53, which is good because they resist. Thankfully, 3 swings of the sword, and they are rendered null. 101, not bad. Honestly, not bad. Well, here's the thing. I'm already happy because the fact that I can take down the hanged men. Pretty cool sword too. Oh. Don't think I have any better charms. Go for reach. Poison. I think I want to go arcane. I could find the dude to. I haven't fought the. I need to find the Queen of Smiles. Alright, nice and heavy now. A shield. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And 1 Ray of Steering. Okay! We are actually looking good. I might be able to get through this place next episode. Oh, I can 2-hit you guys? Remember when you bullied me? I remember. Thank you for tuning in to Heroic's Manic episode. Oh yeah, I remember you too. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? You got your head stomped in, that's what's wrong. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this place is cooked now. This place is so cooked. Yeah, I'm saving the go through of this area for next video. Oh, this place is so cooked. So cooked. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade another thing just cause I can. You can't stop me. Where's my shield? Can't max it out though. Unfortunate. But I can get some numbers to 90s and 80s. Honestly, 80 for fire and lightning and arcane? Not bad. Oh, yeah. Zealot over here is gonna... Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do. And until next one, I just want to say... Laters.